I will share my screen. So welcome once again, everyone. I will be sharing my screen. So everyone is okay. I hope everyone is seeing it. Yes, okay. So welcome to the first virtual exchange. Many of you might have heard about this because you are participating in the MOOC. Our partners from the Western Balkan, some of them already promoted some events similar to this to present the project and the MOOC. As I make the presentation, I will present the project, what we are talking about today. But if you have any questions, please write in the chat. My colleagues are here and can help, or you can ask anything. At the end, we will have a question and answer session. You enjoy and take a lot of, or take some of what we want to transmit today. So we will start with the program for today. I will present the project, so an overall overview. I assume I assume that most of you are doing the MOOC, so you already know something about the project, but I will just make an overview about it. Also about the Erasmus Plus program. It is a huge program. It has a lot of activities, a lot of programs, but as you see in the MOOC, we will be focusing on a small part of it, but just an overview. And then we will have our guest of honor here, Manuel, that he has been working on this program for many years. And he will be talking a little bit about the challenge in mobilities, or how to organize a high quality mobility. And then at the end, we will have a few minutes for you to ask anything about what we are talking about, or the mobilities, or the program, or the MOOC. So please be comfortable in asking us your questions. So I will start with the project. The co-host project aims at defining a strategy for the quality of mobility of VET programs by promoting activities, more specifically mobilities, between organizations from the EU and from the Western Balkans. If you see on our list of partners, we have four from the EU and 6 organizations from the Western Balkans. And what this project wants to do is to promote the quality of VET. Is always about VET in this project. And we want to improve skills and competencies on the VET, for the VET teachers, learners, and managers, with a special focus on green skills, as you can see by the logo and all the graphic materials of the project. So here we want to show what are the objectives, why you should take part on the program, what you have to gain. So it's really a collaboration between countries that already have some experience in this, and some countries that are entering in this program. We have 4 objectives, specific objectives. So everything that we are doing on the project has a goal. The first one is the implementation of exchange programs between Western Balkans countries and European organizations. We have already established 3 national networks of vet schools, vet providers in each of Western Balkan. We will develop policy recommendations, and we are creating a virtual community of practice. The second objective, we want to improve the knowledge and technical and pedagogical skills of ed teachers. So we have the MOOC, that's why you are here. You already started the MOOC with the first module. Now we have the first virtual exchange. And we have these indicators for our objectives. So we know that the project is successful. And we want to also involve vet staff in preparatory visits and job shadowing in EU countries. So this means that we want to capacitate school staff, teachers, and we want to do it by providing the MOOC you are doing right now, and also mobility activities. So we will have activities in the future that teachers or staff from the Western Balkans schools will come to the countries new, so Portugal, Greece, Italy, and Bulgaria, to do a job shadowing. So a mobility activity to see how other teachers or in schools work. So there's an exchange of best practices, experiences, techniques, and so on. Then we have the improvement of knowledge. Also, this is related to the second objective. And then we have the fourth, that is more directed to the learners. So enhancement of transversal and subject-specific skills of learners. So we will have students from the Western Balkan schools doing mobility activities in EU countries. They will spend a few days in a program or companies to really experience a little bit of this Erasmus experience. These are the partners. So we are 10, as I said. We are 4 from the EU and 6 from the Western Balkans. Many of you, I'm sure, know the Western Balkans partners because you were invited by them, and many of you may be doing activities or are already in the national network, so you already know them. But we are all working on this, and if you need anything, just contact any of us. So now, one of the first really big activities of this project is the MOOC that started in March. You already enrolled. I hope you already saw the first module, which is the welcoming. This MOOC is supposed to be it's 4 months long. And the participants will be introduced to the Erasmus program, focused on the activities that the Western Balkans partners can participate. As I said, the Erasmus program is really big. It englobes all fields of education, but we are here for the vets and also for the Western Balkans. That's why the MOOC is very specific. So this is the structure of the MOOC. So we already have module 1. We have this virtual exchange after the module 1, and then we will open the module 2. We will have another virtual exchange. Then we have module 3, another virtual exchange, and then module 4 and virtual exchange. You all have access to the calendar in the MOOC. you can all see. This is the topics of each model. So we have the first one, which is the introduction to the program. Then we have the project application and tips and suggestions. We have project implementation. So the topic of today might relate more on the model 2 and 3. So this is a peek to a sneak peek to the module. Then we have model 3, again, project implementation, and then model 4, which is quality assurance. That is something that we have been working a lot for many years. It's the quality of the mobilities, the quality of the services provided by all the organizations working with the mobility. So this quality topic is very important to everything Erasmus related. The MOOC is supposed to have 40 hours. You'll have self-study learning materials. We have tasks and quizzes. And of course, we have this type of events that we will be promoting along the MOOC. This is the calendar. I call your attention to the dates of the virtual exchanges because for many reasons, logistic reasons, they might change, but you will always be updated. So all the partners will provide you with the right dates and the links. So this is just for you to have a notion what the calendar is, but we will always provide you with the information. And then just a little bit about the Erasmus. I'm trying to not take too long. So the general objective of the program is to support all fields of education. So we have um, the educational, the professional, we have the sports, so everything related to education from small children to adults. The Erasmus program can support in all activities. These are the goals of the program. So promotes learning mobility of individuals and groups, as well as cooperation, quality, inclusion, and equity, excellence, creativity, innovation at the level of organizations and policies in the field of education and training. Also promotes non-formal and informal learning mobility and active participation among young people, as well as cooperation, quality, inclusion, creativity, innovation. So it's everything about education, inclusion, bringing everyone to the program, promoting best practices, the best way to educate not only young people, but also adults in many fields. But always remember that in this project, in this MOOC is focused on the VET, so vocational education and training, and looking for ways to improve the VETs in all countries. In this case, specifically in the countries involved in the project. Why participates? I'm sure you already seen this information. This is all on the MOOC, on the first module, but this is very important for learners, teachers, and on the bigger picture of VET and companies. I only put these phrases because I really think that this really summarizes why people should participate in Erasmus programs, so everyone earns something, everyone gains work and life experiences, and they can apply what they already know in a different context, and they can learn from a different country or organization to apply in their own country, school, company. This is, for learners, this is really a life-changing experience. At Arts and Skills, we've been working with internships for a long time. with vet students. They usually are in Portugal, in Guimarães, for 1 month. And in 1 month, it is possible to see a big change in the students. They arrive sometimes very shy. They are very used to be only at school. They are afraid almost of everything. They don't have motivation, or they are motivated, but they are scared of the next step, which is getting out of the school. And at the end of the second week, they completely change. They become autonomous. They are self-motivated. They are doing almost everything by themselves. Even teachers that are with these students see a great change. Some of them only saw them when they were leaving school to come to Portugal, and then they saw them after they come back to the school, and they say they are completely different. So they evolved. And then, of course, we have the technical and the professional improvement. They see different things. Um, they see probably new machines or new software they don't know, but they learn how to work. So this can really be a life-changing experience. And the same can be said for the teachers. So the teachers can go to other schools to see how other teachers work. They can exchange idea, best practices. They can discuss about, so in my school I do this, how you do in your school. So it's really a win-win. And this type of experience then affects, in a good sense, the school and the company. So everyone has to gain from this. So now I will start to passing the word. So we are on time. As I was saying, this first virtual exchange is, let's say, inside of the MOOC. So the MOOC has 4 modules. At the end of each module, there's a virtual exchange. Each virtual exchange has a topic. This first one is about the challenges in mobilities. We have our guest Manuel that has a lot of experience. He has been a project manager for many years. He is in CCG. After he can really explain his work, but he's been managing Erasmus projects for many years. He's been working with a lot of schools in Belgium, of course. And we will try to give you an overview of how a project is implemented and which challenges can arise from that implementation. So, Manuel, I know you are here.
Yeah.
Hi, Manuel.
Hi, I'm here.
So I will give you the word. Please let
Okay.
me know when to share your document.
You, okay. So I will introduce myself before. So I work here in Belgium for the Ministry of Education in the French-speaking community. So for the French schools of Belgium. As you know, you have 3 communities: the Flemish community and the French community and the German community. So our department in the Ministry of Education, it's a department focused on European subventions, or we manage all the money comes from the European Union for the vocational schools, and we have department also for the mobility of the students and the trainers. And also, so our service is to support the schools to implement the mobility in their activities. So we write so we apply for the grants, and after we communicate to the schools that we have a number of grants, and so they can apply for these grants, and after we'll manage the most part of the implementation. So we give to them some topics. We give them some. We organize some trainers, and to implement the project in the school. Also, we contact the transnational partners to have a big a big number of partners to give to the schools, so they don't need to go to look for a partner to look for a transnational partner. Also, we support the schools in all the aspects how to organize the mobility. So this is our job. At this moment, we are managing. We are working with 50 schools, and this represents around 450 students going abroad at this moment. Also, we support also the mobility of the trainers too. We work mostly with the vet schools and also schools with students with the special needs. Maybe I can see my presentation.
Yes, Manuel?
Yes, this is so. Here we can see the cycle mobility project management. So we have 4 steps. So you have the first step. It's the notification of the results and the contractualization. So if your project as a success, so if you apply as success, if you get the money, so we'll make a contract, we'll do a contract with your national agency, and it's important to focus this part in when you receive the money from the national agency to implement a mobility. There is a lot special rules and specific rules you need really to respect, mostly about the eligible activities and the costs, because the national agencies always they make control, and also private auditions to control all the financial aspects. Last 2 months ago, I have a control from a private society commanded by the national agency, and really they look for all the aspects. Sometimes it's really you never think about some details, but it's very important to know the rules about the eligible activities and the costs. So please, it's really necessary to avoid all fraud or to avoid fees. It's not enter in this logical aspects of finance. After you receive you make the contractualization with the national agents, you need to implement the activities, you need to implement the project in your organization. or in your school. So the best things to do to implement a good project and to make a good project, it's to try to set up a project team, because it's really a lot of work. So sometimes there's in the school there's only one teacher managing all the aspects, and this sometimes it's really brave, but at the same time it's a lot of hours of work, and the most part of the time people working alone on implementing the project at the school, they will do it after hours work. So it's important to try to create a project team, because it's necessary to select the beneficiaries. If you go abroad with a group of students, for example, and in your class you have 20 students and you just have 10 mobilities, so it's necessary to make the selection of the beneficiaries. And to make the selection of beneficiaries, you need to have a process of selection. So you need to do it with transparency. You cannot choose this guy because it's my cousin, or because he's a gentle guy, or he really deserves it. No, you really need to define the criteria of selection. Because if you have an audit, they will ask you, can you show me the criteria of selection of the students? And why did you selection them? And you really need to show all the questions and all the processes of selections. After selecting the students, it's necessary to make a good preparation to go abroad of the students. A good preparation means that 85% of the success of the mobility. So to prepare the students, you need to think about pedagogical aspects. Are they in the to combine the objectives of the project, combine the objectives of the lessons, and to combine the objectives of the apprenticeship, and with all the activities the students will do in the company. So for this, you need really, it's good, for example, if you know which company the students will go to work, take the information from this company. Also, it's important to involve the student in the preparation, the trainee in the preparation. Don't do the preparation, for example, to collect the information from the company, or to collect the information about the country, or to collect information about activity cultural to do. No, don't do this by yourself only, but involve the students as much as possible, because it's their project. It's also good to prepare the students about psychological aspects. For example, how they will manage the group life together, how they will manage the distance, the homesickness, how they will manage if they have conflicts in their group, how to find the solutions, how to resolve these conflicts. It's important to think about all these aspects. Also, about cultural aspects of the country, take the information about what is the rules in this country, what is possible to do, not possible to do. Also, it's important to think about if the students they will manage their free time. So it's better if you can organize with them all the cultural activities. After you need to think the, about your partner. About if you work with a support organization like Art and Skills, like Egina or others. It's important also how you do communicate with them. How what will you ask them to do? What about logistical aspects, for example, about accommodation, about transfer about transport from the airport to the accommodations, about the companies that they have. But I think if you work with, so it's important to don't choose a support organization just because it's in a nice country or in a nice city, but choose the organization by the service they can offer and the quality of the service that they can offer. We work a lot of with Art and Skills, and we are very happy. Also in Portugal, we work also in Spain, in Italy. We worked also with Egina in the past. We work at I just arrived from yesterday from Italy, also with another organization. We work also in France and in Cyprus too, and it's always so. We make a preparatory visit before send our students. If it is the first time we work with one organization, we prefer to make a preparatory visit before to send the students. Like this, we can visit some companies, we can visit some accommodations, we can have a direct contact with the team of this organization, and the communication is it's very important in this kind of projects, because it's important to be confident and to trust and to have a good relation with our partners, because the students can feel it. If you have a good relation with our partners in those countries, that the students feel more self-confident, and so they know also that if there is a problem, we can resolve it. Also, very important also when you send the students abroad or trainees, or if you go abroad, it's the safety. So it's important to think about insurance, about healthy insurance, and also about for the companies about responsibility insurance and work accidents insurance. Don't. So it's one that and we'll see in the contract we do from the Erasmus contract between the student and the school to send the students abroad. You have all the insurance aspects and what kind of insurance you need to take. So this is about the implementation of the activities. It's so, but I repeat again. I say it again. So try really to make a team, to involve different kinds of teachers, and make a project of this a project school, and not an individual project. It's not a project from one teacher. It's a project, a school project, and I saw you will have some trainings about European internationalization, and this is how you can really bring your school in a process of internationalization. It's to work together in your school. After, when the students go abroad, it's important, if necessary, here in Belgium, we always, our students never go never alone, and they don't stay alone during the internship. During the placement, we work with our placements are for 3 or 4 weeks, and we always have teachers with them. We always have accompanying persons with them. They are there to support the students in case it's necessary, but also the role of these accompanying persons is to help the students to fill their logbook and to note all the apprenticeships they get during the day. Also, they participate to the placement assessment with the teachers in the companies in the middle and in the end of the work placement. They participate on, they organize and they participate in the cultural activities, and also they communicate with the national networks, by the national networks. Every week we post some on Facebook and on Instagram, some pictures, some short movies about the activities of the students. But here also very important, we will see, if you go abroad, if you work in a school and you go abroad, your colleagues will see, oh, you go to Malta, you go to Portugal, you go in holidays, but it's not really holidays for the company persons when they are there, because it's work for 20 to 24 hours, because they are always thinking about the students, if they are good, if they are not, if they are sleepy, or if they go out. So it's not really holidays. So this is so important to, when you communicate in your networks, social networks, don't put only pictures from the beach or from the town, but put pictures from the students in the companies. It's important to show what the students are doing in their internship. Also, what is important too for the company person is to take to make commentaries and to take note about the processes of the evolution of the students. Also, when you exchange, if one company person go 1 week, and after he come back and it's another one will take his place, it's important to have a logbook. You can also write the informations about the students, about the life there, because like this, when your colleague arrives, he can see what you done before, and if there was some problem with some students, or if there is special needs for about another student, so you can see it's very important to exchange the information. After, when the students come back, when the placement is finished, there is also all the work to do, like the students need to do a report online, a report online about their activities. Our teachers, our accompanying persons, need to send us also a report about about the placement. After we need also to do the final report and the financial report, and it's important also to make the impact evaluation of the placement, and also you need to conserve all the support financial documents, and the financial documents, about all the fees, you need to conserve them for 5 years, because you can have a financial audition, and you need to show the different the different documents. But it depends how we'll manage the budget. Also, what is important, and for the European Commission, it's to disseminate the results of your project. So, and how we'll show that you went to Erasmus, what activities you made, and how we will also disseminate it in your school to encourage other students to go abroad, to encourage other colleagues to involve in the project. So this is some topics about the project and how to manage a project. It's a big work, but it's a very nice work too. I worked for this more than almost 25 years. So we sent around 5,000 students abroad, and it was always the same beautiful experience. And the results for the students, for their autonomy, for their capacity of adaptation, for their personal self-confidence, it's really, really important. And they really change their mind and their way to be a citizen, European citizen. So if you have some question, because it's very large, it's a very large process to be involved in a mobility project.
Hello, can
okay.
I? Yes.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, I hear you.
He is Besar Prestige from Kosovo Chamber of Commerce. Sorry, because I'm not in best, how to say, space. I'm in my auto, and I'm joining from my auto, and then sorry for if you are hearing the second voice of the auto, but please, can you share with us this kind of presentation that you did during this meeting? Because as KCC, let's say we are very interested to apply in every call of Erasmus and European Commission that is open.
Yes, we will be sharing all the materials we showed today with all the people who were here, and also if you have a question or a more specific doubt, you also can contact the partners from the project. I don't know if you are in a national network, or if you have contact with one of our partners, but they will also will be able to help you with something that you need.
Okay, please share the contacts with
Yes.
these partners, and then after let's say during the next week, I will write to all of them, and let's say we will have a discussion on to, let's say, agreement that we can be a partner in different calls.
Yes, of course we will share everything. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know if anyone has any question. We know this is a lot of information. Sending students and teachers abroad is a lot of work, as Manuel said, but in the end, it's really worth it. It's a really nice experience for the ones that are doing the mobility, even for the ones that are helping implementing the activity. Is always rewarding to see the change in the students and the teachers as well. I don't know, someone has a comment? Someone has any doubts?
Once more again, me, please. Is
Yes,
specified? Yeah, here Besar. Is specified any profile that is, how to say, in best position to be part of this kind of project or part of the mobility, or every profile from the school can be part of the project?
it really depends on the project. For example, in this
Okay.
co-host project, we will have mobility activities for the students, and we will focus on students from the vet schools, so vocational and
Okay.
professional schools. And we will be focused on courses, maybe courses related to tourism, for example. So it really depends on the project. You can have, for example, Manuel has a project that is more open to the areas or fields of the students. So he can send abroad a student from graphic design or fashion design or mechanics or administration technicians. So it really depends on the school, on the courses, and each.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I was on mute. So really the profile has everything to do with the project and the goal of the project, and also the school. For example, if we say to a school, we have 4 places to send 4 students. They must be from a technical course. It's the school that has to see which are the students that will fit the profile. So are they from a technical course? Are they open-minded to such an experience? And then it can be a lot of things. Some schools want to reward the good students, so they create indicators to justify that choice. So it really depends on the project and the school. But it's very important to have these indicators well structured. So because we have to always be respectful of the rules. So we have to include, for example, we have to include students that never went abroad or they don't have the opportunity. We really have to be fair and not, as Manuel said, we cannot just send someone because we like them or because they are someone with a friend or family. So we really need to respect the rules. Erasmus program is all about inclusion and giving opportunity to those who don't have opportunity to go abroad because they don't have familiar structure, or the families don't have financial structure. So we really need to be careful when choosing the criteria and then the students. I don't know if you want to say something.
Yeah. The question for Manuel: what are criteria that they take in considering when selecting students? So some criteria we have, it's we work a lot with special needs students, so that because we have schools only for this kind of students. So this is one of the aspects. It's to give the opportunity for people with disabilities, with less opportunities. This is one of the criteria. Other criteria is also the results of the results in the schools, of course. If they have good results, we can. It's one of the criteria. Other criteria also that the students. So the school send an information to all the students and to the parents with all the criteria. And the students need to write a motivation letter. Why I apply to go abroad? And so this is one of the things the students have to do. And also after they have an interview with a steering committee of selections, with the director of the school, the psychologue of the school, the teachers, the teachers of the class, and they have there is an interview, and the students will explain why he think it is good for him to go abroad. Also, after, it's also the capacity of the students to be abroad, because if it is a student with a lot of problems of behavior, because it's a violent guy, or it's a guy who don't miss a lot of classroom, don't go to the school often. So this is also criteria you can take in consideration. You can consider also the capacity of adaptation in a company. If the integration in the company, it will be easy or not. So that you can define all the criteria. You can define a lot of criteria, but you cannot exclude someone because he has a disability, about physical disability, for example. You cannot exclude this person. Also because you can have more money, for example, to support the placement of this person. If for example, if it is a person needs a physiotherapist with him because he has a problem with his back or something like this, you can have money for a physiotherapy guy to accompany this person, for example. The physical aspects could not be a break, could not impeach the someone to go abroad. So also, if you have someone who that the results in the marks are not very good, but it's a good person with with a good behavior, and you maybe it will be the best opportunity to him to go abroad and to show and to work in another situation. And sometimes we'll see that this guy will understand and will change completely, and will start to work better. Also, I would like to say, because about preparation, for example, about linguistic preparation. The fact that you are from Bulgaria or from Albania, and you send people to to France, to Belgium, to Spain, but they don't speak the language. This is not a problem, because the students always find a way to communicate, and always find a way to be in the company. So with Google Translation today, it's very easily, but you can prepare them also. For example, students of mechanical cars go to Portugal. They don't speak Portuguese, but they prepare, for example, a technical terms glossary to help them in the companies. It's one way to be comfortable to feel comfortable in the company. It's to have a glossary of the technical terms. So really, the problem of language could not be a problem to go abroad. I prefer to send my students, to send our students, because we to Portugal, to Spain, to everywhere than in France. Because when they go in France, it's very easy for them, because they speak French, so they will not develop other skills. They will not make an effort to communicate in another language. But if they go to Portugal, if they go to Spain and they don't know Portuguese and not Spain, but they will find a way, and they will find some other resource to communicate. And it's always a very nice experience. Yesterday, as I told you, I came from Italy. There is 3 guys working in wood companies, and I went to see them, and I asked if it is a problem. They said no. After 3 days, we learned all the technical words, and now it's very nice. And with the other colleagues, we can use Google Translation, but the most part of the time now we can understand them, and we can communicate easily. So it's not really a problem to the language.
No, I always say, especially for companies, when, for example, we work a lot with schools coming from Belgium, from manual organizations, and when we talk with companies to receive a student that only speaks French, probably the first problem that arises is the language. And I always say this is the first problem that people talk about, and it's the first problem to go away. It's always like this. Um, they always find a way, and it's incredible. We have cases where the tutor didn't speak any other language than Portuguese, and the students didn't speak any other language than French, so they really didn't have nothing in common. Um, and at the end of the mobility, it was 3 or 4 weeks. Uh, she was having lunch or dinner in his house with his family. She could work independently, so he was able to show her how the work was done. It really is incredible when there's not a common language, but when people want, they always find a way to communicate, and they create long-lasting relationships. I know this was maybe 5 years ago, this example, and I know they are still talking today. It's easier because of translator, but it really is the first problem to come up and the first problem to go away, the language. It's incredible. We have here one question from Alma, our partner. Do you have to have a formal evaluation of a student from the committee to be submitted during the application process? During the application process, if I'm not wrong, we only have to explain the profile of the participants. So we have a general profile of the participants we want to involve in the project. We don't say specifically who is going to take part on the mobility. the schools have the project, they have that profile they have to respect, but we don't say who is going to be. So we don't say their names, or we don't have specific documents. For a lot of reasons, we have cases that in one school year we think we have, for example, these 10 students, and when the time for the implementation comes, the students change. They can change schools, they can change courses. So it's important to have the profile during the application, but that evaluation is already for the implementation part. So when the schools are selecting the participants. Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, one more question,
Yes.
because I think that might be interesting for the participating schools in this project. For Manuel and for you and others who have experience in student mobility procedures, what is the feedback from the students when they come back from the traineeship? How does the mobility influence them in terms of their character as well? Because I think that the mobility, it's not only for the skills development in the area, but also for their growth in terms of their character and being like removed from their home and placed in another environment. So I think that I understood Manuel. He said that there is a like evaluation that students have to like complete online. So maybe he has like the feedback about it. Thank you.
Manuel, you have your mic off.
So you are right. The mobility is not only professional skills development; it's also social skills. And I think, and I always say, when you go abroad for 3-4 weeks, there is more development for social schools than for professional schools, from social skills than professional skill, for personal skills than for professional skills. Why? Because in 3-4 weeks you cannot really learn a lot in the company. Maybe yes, maybe not. It depends a little bit of what is the activity you will do. But about social skills, personal skills, it's really amazing how the student change. They about autonomy. They really became more autonomous because they are far of their families. They need to do a lot of things by themselves, like to wash their clothes, for example. They learned. Most of them said, "Now I know how the wash machine works, and I know how to wash my clothes." Or the first time I prepare a meal. Also, or it's the first time I go and I know how to manage my money to go when I go to the supermarket and things like this. Also, it's they read also the fact they are in a company where they don't speak the language, so they need to find resource to be in the company and to work and to ask for their tutor what I finish my work, what activity can I do now. And the most part of time they the company gives to them an activity, so they need to find a way to do it by themselves. So they develop really their autonomy. And if they are more autonomous, they improve their self-confidence too. About self-confidence, it's a really changing. When they come back, they feel more strong. They feel more more self-confident. I remember some years ago, I went to Tenerife to make an evaluation of the students who are there with another teacher, and the teacher of these students, was talking, and the teacher said to him, "But James, you don't stop to talk before. You never talked. What's happened?" And the guy said, "Oh, it's Erasmus. You know, 3 weeks of Erasmus give more result than 2 weeks, 2 years of with my therapist." So he has changed completely. Yeah, it's so the guy was gained so more confident that so it's another guy. It was another. It was a really another guy. The teacher said. Also, the thing, the fact when they go, our students go always in a group of from 6 to 11 students. So sometimes they don't know each other really before, because they come from different different sectors, mechanics, healthcare service, and so they need to live together. And so they develop also strategies to live together. They develop also their solidarity. And it's very important because, you know, today students live alone, don't have friends, don't have relatives, don't have sister or brothers, or they are only two children at home. So when they live together for 4 weeks in the same house, when they share their room with another person, or maybe they are in a room, they sleep 4 people in the same room. So it's totally different. So this develop real social competencies, because all to deal with all these people. If usually I live alone, I have my own things, and now I have to share them, to share all my time, to share my space. So this really changed the mind of the students.
Thank you, Manuel.
Yes, thank you. So we will be closing the session today. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Manuel, for
So just to say, Sarah, I was saying
yes.
that in my presentation, in the end there is our website, and if you maybe, but you can translate, but you can see all our research we have to manage a placement abroad, all the before, during, and after, and we have all the details about the documents, about the financial aspects and things like this. It's in French, but you can translate it. You can take the e-forms. The forms are there also, because it's
Yes.
it's an open space.
Yes, yes. We will, as we said before, we will be sharing not only the materials that we showed today, but I will also share the link for your organization with all of that information. Once again, thank you so much for your contribution.
Thank you for the invitation.
Really is,
it was a pleasure. It was
it
a really
really is
pleasure.
enriching to hear it from someone with the experience and the spirit of the Erasmus. Thank you all for coming and staying with us. We are a little bit late, but we are
just a final
almost finished. Yes,
just the final request in the chat to everyone. I have posted a link for evaluation of today's session. So please, everyone, fill this short questionnaire. It will help us improve the future webinars.
Yes, thank you for doing that. Also, my colleague Elizabeth already shared on the chat that our next virtual exchange will be on the 8th of April from 3 to 4 as today. The invitation link will be shared on the MOOC, so pay attention to the MOOC. The next module will be published as long with the invitation for this virtual exchange. And please submit your answers to our evaluation form. And once again, thank you all for being here, and I hope to see you all again on the 8th of April. I don't know. Thank you. I don't know if any of my colleagues wants to share something.
No, I think that everything was already shared by by the colleagues. So I just wanted to thank all the participants for the participation, and we do hope that you like this first webinar, and and we hope that you will be with us again on the 8th of April, and more information in detail will come in the next days. So thank you, everyone.
Thank
The recording will be uploaded to the MOOC as well, so that if you want, you can rewatch it together with the materials we shared. And so thank you again, and see you next time. So
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
See you.
Thank you,
bye bye.
everyone. See you.
Bye. Thanks. Bye bye.